y'all, welcome back. Yes, my voice is still strained. I explained that in the video. But anyway, just bear with me and get through this video with me. But I'm going to show you how to make this really cute Easter wreath using mostly items from the Dollar Tree. All right, friends, it has been a hot minute since I've recorded anything. And listen, my voice is terrible right now. I had a terrible case of laryngitis, and then everything happened with my little boy. And I was talking to so many people on the phone and in person, and I never let my vocal cords rest. So they're still not where they need to be. And yes, hot tea and lemon and honey does not help laryngitis, okay? It can't reach the area where it needs to reach. Just know that I'm getting better. But we got to deal with my croaky voice. Now listen, if you don't know what went on with my little boy, please look down in the description box and look in the comments, and I'll have a link that will explain what happened. Yeah, it was terrible, and I haven't filmed in a while, number one, because I couldn't talk. Number two, I'm just trying to be with him and give him support and attention, and, you know, just trying to get our lives back to normal, okay? He's having a lot of nightmares, and yes, therapy and all that. I'm getting all that taken care of, okay? Just know it's been really hard. But anyway, what we need, excuse me, what we need, 2 of these square wreath frames from Dollar Tree. Yeah, I even put on a new set of nails. I made these yesterday. I haven't even made a set of nails in weeks. But anyway, square wreath frame. You're going to need 2, okay? 2 of these from Dollar Tree. Now, what I'm going to do is, let's flip one of these over, okay? So that it kind of scoops up this way, okay? Because we're going to be putting stuff in here. Now, the wreath that I had seen on Pinterest used like the crinkled paper shred, like that goes in gift bags. I'm not going to use that on here. I'm going to use this, okay? It's raffia. You can get this at Dollar Tree, but I got this at Walmart. Hold on. I have a drink over here because my throat is dry. So I'm just going to be using this. Use whatever you want. I'm going to be using this. And I can't get it open. Hold on. There we go. All right. But like I tell people before, when you see something on Pinterest, somebody had left a comment on one of my other videos, you need to give credit. Look, I'm going to educate you on Pinterest. Most of y'all know how it works, but there's some mean people out there, okay? When you come across something on Pinterest, sometimes it's just a picture that somebody found on Facebook or something, and then they uploaded it because they liked it. Maybe they didn't even make the item. And then when you click on it, it doesn't go anywhere. You try to do a reverse image search. And if that picture happens to be like in a closed group or a private group on Facebook, it's not going to show you where it came from, okay? It's not going to show you. So, you know, all I can say then is, well, I saw this on Pinterest. And we'll try to make one. So what I'm doing here is let's just make sure that I've got enough. I think this one package is going to be enough. Okay. Yeah, that's, that looks good. So I'm just going to lay that off to the side. So I'm going to say 1 package of that. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take some of this wire. This is just floral wire. And I'm going to cut a piece. And let's fasten this together. Sort of like in the center here, okay? And that's just going to put pressure on it. And it's going to make it a lot easier on you when you go to put things down in between these, okay? So you see this one kind of scoops up this way. And then this one is kind of like curving this way, okay? So that you can fit everything in between them. But I'm just going to take this wire and I'm going to just wrap it around a little bit. Tighten it down in the center. Like I said, just to hold everything together. I'm going to trim that and I'm going to do it here, here, and here. Oh, I'm dropping things in the floor. My goodness. Okay, now that we have this wire in the middle, what you can do is, you see how you can pull this apart? See how that works? And then it's just going to make it easier putting the stuff down in the center. So I'm just going to take this, and I know this is difficult to see, but we'll work through it, okay? We will work through it. So now I'm just going to open this up, and I'm just going to cram this down in between the wire frames like so. And I'm just going to work myself all the way around, putting that in there. All right, That was actually pretty easy. Easier than what I thought it would be. So now I have some of these little carrots from Dollar Tree. I have a few packs of these. I don't know how many I'm going to use just yet. But we shall see. So let's see. I'm going to... Let's consider this the top. Now I'm just going to take some of these little carrots and stick down in there. Just like so. And I think I'll angle them back and forth maybe. Or let's see how it would look like this. Okay, that looks okay. I'll do it like that. And I'm just going to cram these carrots all the way around. I don't know how many I'm going to use. Like I said, don't know how. Get in there. All right. So I'm just going to play with these. Put them in there. Just get everything positioned. And then we'll really work with this and get everything in shape. And then we're going to use more floral wire to hold this together. Okay. So I'm on pack number 2. And I have 4 left out of that second pack. So, oh, it's falling again. So now what I'm going to do, let's take more of this floral wire here and cut more. I know I'm using scissors. They're raggedy. So right here, just going to push this in and then take your wire and I'm just going to run that down. And you can see I'm running it also around that bottom one there. And then I'm just going to, like I said, I use my nails for tools. Somebody's out there rolling their eyes. I don't care. And now we're just going to twist this and it's going to hold all of this in there together. All right. And I'm going to do that in various points all the way around the outside of the wreath. At least one on each side and probably one in each corner. Okay. And then just taking this raffia, just tucking it in wherever it needs to be crammed back in there. And cleaning it up a little bit. So let me do that and I'll be back. Okay, so this is what we have. So now I have some of this cording. You can get this at any craft store, even Walmart. Dollar Tree carries it as well. So what I'm going to do is, do you see like these little bars right here? These little bars. I'm going to take this and I'm going to wrap it so that we cover those. And I'm just trying to position the carrots so that the rope really doesn't cover them up. Now down here I'm not really going to have that much of a choice. But I'm just going to tie it in the back, okay? And I'm not going to flip the wreath because I think I'm going to get like these little fibers everywhere. But just know that I'm tying a knot, okay? I'm tying a knot. See right here? I'm just tying a knot just to hold this down. And I'm going to leave the tail because once I'm done wrapping it, then I'm going to tie it again just to finish it off. Okay, so now let's move this back up here where you can see it. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and wrap it to cover that right there. Just gives it a bit more of a rustic look. And like I said, the one that I saw on Pinterest had this on there as well, and I just thought it looked good. So I'm just going to wrap it just a few times. And then I will tie a knot here and I'll trim that off. And then I'm going to do that on all of these little bars, okay? On each one of them, I'm going to do this with the rope. Okay, so this is what I have. And as you can see, I did put the rope in the corners. Now right here on the very corner, I put a little bit of hot glue. And let's trim that off. I put a little bit of hot glue to stop the rope from moving back and forth. So I just did it. And I'm going to have a bow up here. It's going to cover all this, but hey, I did it anyway. And then the corner, and then all the way around. All right, so let's get this out of the way just for a minute. And now I have this sign. Well, it looks like a little cutting board. I thought it was so cute. And this came from Dollar Tree. This is the same one that was on the wreath that I saw on Pinterest. So I'm just going to stick with that. Like I said, Dollar Tree. So now I'm just going to take some of these carrots that came from Dollar Tree and I'm going to glue that down just to sort of reflect the carrots that's in the wreath because this looks a little flat and this orange is different than this orange, as you can see. And I just think it pulls it together better. So stop. Let's put some hot glue here. I actually don't feel bad at all. I don't feel bad. It's just, like I said, you know, I had laryngitis and I wasn't able to let my voice rest because I had so many people that I was talking to. Just so much was going on to try to bring an end to this mess that was going on. So just know that I am feeling fine. I just want all this to end and go away. You know what I'm saying? So let's do this. Trying to hold that down. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right, so we got that. Now let's get the wreath back in. Excuse me. I don't know exactly how she had hers attached. Let's see. My bow is going to cover the most of this up here. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's hot glue this sign down. Yeah, I'm going to hot glue it on that bar. And I'm going to put hot glue here and on this bar. And then we'll just get everything in place. And then I'm going to take some wire and we'll wire the top to the frame. Let's see, I don't want that all the way down there because we don't want to cover up the carrots. So I'm just going to put glue on that wire right there. And glue on the bar here. And across that rope. And now let's just stick it down. Oh, a fly. Shoe fly. And now I'm just going to hold this down. And then I'm going to flip it over. And I'll reinforce it with some more hot glue. And then, like I said, I'm going to use some of that floral wire. And we'll attach it up here. Okay. So now I'm just going to let that set up. All right. This is looking good so far. I'm pretty happy. Now, as you can see up here, you see how I just took a piece of wire. And I just wired that down. I'm going to leave this because I think that'll be a good thing for me to glue my bow to. It is nice and stable. We all need stability. Excuse me. We all need stability. So I'm just going to leave that like so. Now what we're going to do, we're going to make my favorite kind of bow. My easy no tie bow. Because a lot of people can't tie bows. Or if you have problems with your hands. This is a good way to make it. But anyway. This ribbon, 2.5 inches wide. And I got this at Walmart. It was $4.98 for the roll. And I also got this at Walmart. This gingham, this is 1.5 inches, okay? 2.5 and 1.5. So first off, let's take the wide ribbon and just decide how wide we want our bow. And of course, it's going to draw up a little bit when you fluff it, okay? So let's just see how wide we want our bow. I'm going to say right there is good. And I'm just going to fold this in half. Excuse me. I'm sorry about my voice, y'all, but you know what? It hurts me when I don't film because, you know, this is my life and I love it. And it brings me a sense of normalcy into my life right now. And I need that desperately. Okay. So I'm going to cut, let's cut 3 of these, okay? 3 of these. And then we're also going to cut 3 of the orange, and we want to layer this on top, okay? See? We're going to layer that on top and just cut it to the same length, okay? And then cut 3 of these, okay? So let me do all that cutting, and I'll be back. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take your brown ribbon. This is the ugly side, and that's going to be on the inside, okay? And I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue. You don't want a lot because then it's going to be hard to bend. Just a little bit. And then glue that into a loop. Phone cut off, sorry. And now we're going to take the orange ribbon. And let's just glue that down here. Say just a little bit of this glue is all you need. Glue that down. And now we're going to wrap this. Try to get it as straight as possible. If it's not perfect, it's okay. Just do the best you can. Okay. And now glue that end down. So in essence, you've created pretty much like this double layer loop thing. And this is what it looks like, okay? Now do this with one more of these, okay? Because we need 2 of these loops. Okay, now comes the time where we're going to put this together. So get your piece of floral wire. Where's my bad scissors? These are my bad scissors. These scissors here cut pretty well. So I just use these for my wire. I got some on my hand. Okay, so now you're going to take this loop. See, this is your seam. Your seam is on the back, okay? And lay them like that. We'll mess with the tail here in a minute. I'm like, should I do that now? No, we'll do that in a minute. So now what you want to do is take this, fold it in half towards you, and then fold the top back, okay? And see how that now looks like a little bow tie? We're going to do that with this, and then we're going to hold them together and then use the, see, I put too much glue and they're not wanting to fold right. You only need just a little bit of hot glue, I'm telling you. All right, so it looks pretty good. Now try to find the center, find your center, find the center, and then just take your floral wire and wrap it around. That's just going to hold all this together. Just kind of tightening this up a little bit. Okay, now give that a twist. And that's just holding everything together. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Okay. So now we'll fluff that up later. Don't worry about what it looks like right now. This is going to be the tail, and this is also the tail. I don't know how long this needs to be. I don't know. I'm going to play around with it here in a minute. So let's just kind of get our edges in line, and then kind of fold it and find the center. That's going to be our center right there. Okay, see how I just grabbed that like so? Now we're going to put that on the back of our bow and then just wire it to the back. That one went that way, this one needs to come this way. And now just twist the ends of your wire together to tighten that down. All right. Now this is what we have. It looks like a hot mess. Don't worry about that. What you want to worry about is just trying to make sure that this wire is in the center of your loops, okay? And that looks pretty good. So a little piece of orange ribbon here. And you know what? Let's do a little something different. That'll be way too long. I'm just going to tie a knot. Like so. I'll just kind of straighten this out. And I'm just going to glue that down right in the center. See like how the knot's like sticking up? I like the knot to be sticking up like that. I think it's kind of cute. So I'm just going to glue that down. And then let's flip it over. And we're going to glue down the back. Now once the glue is stuck down, I'll trim off the excess, okay? Don't worry about that. Just let your glue set up. And then we'll take the scissors and trim off that extra. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to cut that off. I've been trying to decide what I want to do with that, if I want to cut it off or not. And I don't think I am, because I think that looks cute. So that you can actually see, oh look, that's like a cutting board. You know, I call it a cutting board. It's just the design that it is. Okay. So I think I'm going to leave it just like that. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to put a big old blob of hot glue, and I will glue my bow down, and then I can see better how short I want to cut these tails, okay? Just glue that down and hold it in place. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the length of the tails here. Just kind of move these out so you can, you know, see the sign. But now you can go and fluff up the loops on your ribbon if you want to. You don't have to fluff it up if you don't want to. Leave it flat. Sometimes I do. It just depends on the look I'm going for. Okay? Now just kind of fluff it a little bit. But anyway, if you are worried about the carrots falling out, put a little bit of hot glue on the back when you put them in there, and you can kind of, you know, tack them down a little bit with that. Now, how do you hang this? With a wreath hanger? I use wreath hangers with mine. But if you don't use a wreath hanger, if you don't have one, take a piece of wire, just go onto the back and wrap it around the actual wreath frame, and then, you know, use that wire to hang it. Like on one of those little suction cup hanger doohickeys. You can do that or however you want to do it. Okay, let's get this glue out of here. And I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with how this came out. And I'm sorry about my voice. I know it was irritating to hear me talk. But if you would, please give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. The links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.